Welcome back to another video on the Learning Investor. So, how did your investments do last week? Did you do good? Did you do bad? Did you have good earnings? Did you have losses? Let's look at how my investments did this week or last week, and hang around later on to the end of the video and we'll see which ones I have an emphasis on. So this is my article, my latest revision article on my investments for this January 11th. And so this is not financial advice. This is just serves as what's happened to my investments, what I intend to do going forward. I'm still learning. Like I said, I don't know it all, but we're still learning. It has the table of contents. As far as net growth goes, this is how the net growth equation. It doesn't actually, if it has a positive net growth or a negative net growth, it doesn't necessarily mean that the project or the token has gone up or down in value, but it's a comparison between its growth versus any reinvestments or in compound investments and things like that. So positive net growth means it grew faster or more than the amount of money that was put into it. So let's look and see what's next. Here's a list of updates. I've done a little editing on the article, put in a content creation section, remove the writing in the YouTube section, remove the end of the month, end of the year section, rearrange things a little bit around. So you can look here at this article and see the different things that I've moved around. I put a how to start playing Atlas Earth in the Atlas Earth section. How to find more information about BTCI in the BTCI section, a link on how to get the DeFi IRA CDs up and going for you. I'm also going to start compounding my USDC USDT LP on every Saturday. I've started publishing this article on Saturdays, and I'm going to publish this video on Sundays, going back over this article. So here are my portfolio percentages, so we can look closer at that and see kind of a picture about how things are set up. Now I've got different stuff in different parts of the portfolio. Most of the portfolio is in Bitcoin at 64%, and then 12.5 or almost 12.5% is in stablecoin, yield earning stablecoins. Atlas Earth is at 10%. DeFi IRA is a little bit less than 6%. My ETH is almost at 3.4. Flex is 1.8. The BTCI is right now only at 1.79, but it should be going up. It'll probably go up as time goes by. And then the JLP token is about 0.5%. It also probably will go up. I got a new Flywheel Strategy. We'll talk about later on that as well. And then this is what percentage of my DCA I'm putting in each project. Right now I'm putting more in BTCI than I am in Bitcoin because I want it to catch up with Bitcoin, although I'm putting a lot in Bitcoin. The number third is the CDs, and so the DeFi IRA CDs, I think they'll be really good. If they last long term, the earnings will be very, very good, so I'm putting more into them. Project rankings. This week Bitcoin was the highest net growth that I had on my investments. As you can see, the price of Bitcoin was up a little bit for the week. So basically it was just kind of a level playing ground for Bitcoin, just kind of chopped level. The only movements I really had for Bitcoin was moving things out of Bitcoin, donating to the Belize Votech, and then moving things to long-term storage and maybe some limit order stuff. So right now my current goal is 0.125 Bitcoin. My current holdings is 0.119 Bitcoin. So I still have some left, about $479 left to reach that goal. This week the net growth was only $127, which is not bad. Like I said, it was kind of flat. And so there you can look at an article about how I wrote about Bitcoin, whether it's risky or rewarding. So take a look at that when you can. Next up is Atlas Earth. You can actually see this is a picture from the Atlas Earth calculator showing how much I've invested versus cashed out. Right now I'm haven't made ROI on it yet. I think I'm at 15% ROI, so it's a slow build project. Right now I'm earning about $23 a month. So hopefully by the end of the year I can have that up to $40 or $50 a month. And so this week my goal will be to reach 211 parcels, which is the break-even point for the tier that I'm at. And then probably later on this week or later on this month, I've got another mayorship that I'm looking at getting. Right now I have 8 mayorships, and I'm looking at getting my 9th one pretty soon. So the net growth for Atlas Earth this week was $92. And if you want to learn how to play Atlas Earth or start playing it, I've got a link here to the Atlas Earth webpage where you can download the app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store, and then a link to the calculator as well that I use. You can also look at my latest article, which basically gives a recap of December and then all of last year that I was in it, from July till December. So next up is the stablecoins. You look here, this is my largest stablecoin investments at Jupiter Lend. I got almost $796 there. It's earning around 5%, and it automatically compounds. So I've got my stablecoins in 3 different investments. SUIDEX on the SUI chain, which is my highest earning. It earns around 80 to 82% right now. And then the base chain, I got a little USDC to USDT LP, and so it's earning around 10%. And then the Jupiter Lend, which I just showed you a while ago, is at 5%. Total, I got about $2,100 in there, and estimated about $60 a month just in earnings. On the SUIDEX, I will probably reinvest depending on the APR or the APY, depending on how high this goes or how low it goes. And also, I've changed my strategies as a whole with stablecoins, that I'll invest in, I'll DCA in Bitcoin from my stablecoins as long as the Bitcoin weekly price is down. So if the Bitcoin price was higher this time last week than it is now, then I'll probably invest. But if the Bitcoin price was lower this time last week than it is now, then I'll just stick like it is and let the stablecoins continue to earn. I will be compounding my USDC to USDT LP earnings every Saturday instead of once a month, so it should help it grow pretty quick. This week the net growth for the stablecoins was $5, and the reason that was because the SUIDEX was 9, the base was 70 cents, and then the Jupiter LP had a minus net growth because I actually invested more than it grew. So that brought it up to $5 total. So BTCI ETF, this is one of my newer investments. Right now it's got a distribution rate of about 27. It bounces between 25 and 30% a year. Right now it's paying about 2.6% a month, which is pretty good. And the yield has been pretty consistent. And so right now I'm earning around about $1 per share. So the more shares I have, the more dollars I earn every month. I'm currently DCAing into it with each paycheck, and so I'm shooting to have hopefully I'll have 130 shares by the end of the year. Right now I've got my goal is 10 shares, and I got 6.7. So hopefully I'll be able to reach this 10 share mark pretty soon. It'll take $146 to get there. This week I had net growth of $2.50. That was basically because the share price went up a little bit. And so you can find out more about BTCI by going to its website there, and then you can read an article I wrote about it here as well, about what I plan to do. The next is the JLP token. And so you can look at the JLP token compared to the BTC price, and there's a little separation this week, but normally BTC is up and down a lot, and the JLP token is usually pretty steady. So, what is the JLP token? It is an index fund with Solana, ETH, Bitcoin, and USDC, plus it has the traders' profits and losses from the Jupiter exchange. And so it's consistently been going up over time, and it kind of matches the Bitcoin price a little bit, but with less volatility. Right now I've incorporated a small little flywheel strategy for it. On Tuesdays, I'll convert 0.5% of the Bitcoin that I have on the Solana chain to JLP and send to that wallet. So that grows my JLP bags on that wallet. On the first Friday of the month, I'll convert 5% of my JLP tokens to USDC and stake in Jupiter Lending, which then increases how much I have in Jupiter Lending and how much I'm earning there. And then, since that's the stablecoin earning that I have there on Jupiter Lending on Saturdays, depending on the Bitcoin price, if the Bitcoin price is down, then I'll invest 5% from Jupiter Lending into Bitcoin. If it's not, I just let it continue to earn like it is. And then that grows that 0.5% of the Bitcoin that I convert to JLP. So it's kind of a little bit of a flywheel strategy. So depending on what happens with the Bitcoin price. Right now, my goal is to have 25 JLP tokens. I have 20.3 right now, so it takes about $21 to get there. I'm not DCing into it with the paycheck. I'm just letting it organically grow with that flywheel. So we'll see how fast that happens. This week the net growth was $1.60, so that was pretty good. And then I've removed the writing section, the YouTube section, and created a whole new content creation section with my YouTube channel. Right now I got one video posted. It will combine the writing and the video together on this section of the article. You can actually look at the first video that I've got posted here. You can watch it inside this article. So there'll be more videos to come. You can actually fast forward through it a little bit too, which is pretty cool. So I have 3 ways I do my content: on Medium, Substack, and YouTube. Medium is just this weekly strategy article. Substack is more specific project updates. I have articles on what I'm doing, the strategies I'm changing, and how the different things work there. And then the YouTube channel is going to be educational content on Thursdays, and then on Sundays it'll go over this article and look at some of my investments and how they're doing, the different strategies I'm doing. So if you want just the weekly, you want to read just the weekly update, go subscribe to the Medium page. If you want specific updates to different projects and strategies, go to the Substack page and subscribe there. And if you just want to watch this and listen to this in the background, maybe you can go to the YouTube channel. And if you're really cool, you just do all 3. So that'd be much appreciated. And then I have some other ebooks here on how to do limit orders on Coinbase, and then Grandma's crypto lingo cheat sheet. DeFi IRA, I'm investing into their CDs. So you can see there I've got 3 180-day CDs, a 100, a 100, and a 200. And so I'm using that to grow my DeFi IRA holdings. There wasn't much change in the price on the token price. It seemed to stay at around a little bit less than 0.5 cent, which is pretty good. But I'll be DCing into the CDs with each paycheck, so that should grow them long term. They'll produce IRA tokens, and then I'll recycle the IRA tokens plus a little bit extra back into the CDs and grow the flywheel like that. My goal is to have 250,000 IRA tokens. Right now I have 215,000. This will probably change when I start using this flywheel strategy. My CDs right now, the goal is to have $1,400 in CDs. Currently I have $400, so I got $1,000 left to go. Total net growth for this week is -5 cents, which is very good, all things considered. So if you want to get started with the DeFi IRA CDs, just click right there. It goes straight to the home page and follow the instructions. If you want to read an article about what I think about it and then my different ways of strategy about how to grow my bags on DeFi IRA, just click this article right here. Flex Perpetuals, I'm now compounding 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And there's my current yields for the FLP, the STFTX-LP, that's a mouthful, and my ESFTX stuff. My ESFTX balance has grown from 1.29 ESFTX back in March of last year to 82 ESFTX tokens yesterday, and that's after selling 20 of them. So it's a net growth of 100 tokens. So it's a 77x token growth in the past 10 months just by compounding earnings. Also, I have withdrawn some earnings from that project to get to 100 ROI. So right now everything I earn with that is profit. If you want to start trading with them, just click there. Make sure that Lancer31210 is in the referral box and hit submit so I get referral rewards. This week the net growth was minus $9.51. So that's not too bad. And Ethereum, last on the list is Ethereum. It's down a little bit from last week because the price was down. That made me have a slightly negative net growth this week. I am DCAing into Ethereum with each paycheck, so the lower the price, the better. So keep on accumulating, and I'm accumulating from the paycheck, from extra ETH that I earned from Flex, and my stablecoins. So my goal is a half a ETH. Right now I have 0.18, so I still got about $962 left to go. So here's kind of a summary of what happened this past week. Bitcoin had the highest net growth of my investments. I hopefully will get another mayorship in Atlas Earth soon, maybe by the end of this month. I've started compounding the USDC, USDT-LP on Saturdays. Should hopefully achieve my next BTCI goal this coming week. And I've started a little JLP Flywheel Strategy to help grow my token balance using Bitcoin and the stablecoins. I published my first YouTube video. This video is going to be my second on my new channel. And the DeFi IRA token had a very stable price this week, which is very welcome, very good. My total net growth this week was $183, which was not bad. So anything positive is good. And so I've also got my schedule down here if you want to look and see all the different things that I'm doing each day. I'm not going to go through all those for time's sake, but you can look at those if you want to on this article. And then some of the stuff that I'm doing each month, how I'm growing things each month. So now this week, I want to go back to the top. Let's see here. This week, I want to emphasize on my content creation. Right here. Since I just launched this YouTube channel, here we'll take a look at the channel. There it is. I'll pull up and show you what it looks like. It got me a nice little background there of a lake. It's the Learning Investor. The motto of the channel is we don't know it all, but we're learning. So come learn with us. And I got one first little video here about how the journey that's going on learning about money, investing, and retirement, and about how you can come learn with me. I've got several other videos that are scheduled. And you can look at the analytics of it right here as well. Once that comes up. So, let's see here. Audience. So I gained 4 subscribers so far, which is not bad. I've had the channel since 2009, but haven't done anything really with it. And then I posted my first video. You can see in the past 7 days how it kind of grew a little bit. So that's good. Got more videos to come. Also, you can also look at my content on my Medium page, which this is part of this article on my Medium page, or you can look at the Substack page. I'll bring it up and actually look here and see I've got 40 subscribers there, and I do articles and things on that too. But it's more specific stuff about what I'm going on and what I'm doing and what I'm changing. So go subscribe to that if you want to. Anyways, so thank y'all for watching. It's much appreciated. Let's see here. Oh, one more thing. Let me go back to my content here. Go back up. Here we go. Okay, so I also have 2 ebooks. If you want to check those out, how to do limit orders on Coinbase. Bring up the gun rotor, that one, and then Grandma's List of Crypto Lingo cheat sheet. So the limit orders is only, the limit order ebook is only $10, $9.99. It has 28 pages, and it has pictures and all that kind of stuff about step-by-step instructions on how to do limit orders on Coinbase, kind of how I do limit orders on Coinbase. So it helps buy the dips automatically. Sometimes it happens a lot when I'm asleep, so which is good. And then Grandma's List of Crypto Lingo, it's only 99 cents it was inspired by my mom. She was reading my articles and saw a bunch of stuff, didn't know what they meant, what the definitions were, so we came up with a little list. So it's only 99 cents. You can check it out too. So I got the links for the Gumroad and the Etsy links for both of those as well. So again, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. Leave a comment, leave a like. Let me know how your investments are going, and if you're in any of the stuff that I'm in, and maybe some of the strategies that you're using. So we'll see you next time. Godspeed.